A very warm welcome to anyone watching this video snippet. Today's video snippet is about love. I'm thinking about love because it's one of my favourite subjects, and also because of a friend of mine who lost his young dog very quickly. She became ill very quickly and died. And he said, "I'm never going to have another dog again." I don't know if he'll stick to that. I suspect he won't. But I understand why he now feels that he doesn't want another dog. He doesn't want to experience that feeling of grief and loss again. And of course, most pets, mostly we outlive our pets, because pets generally, dogs or cats, there are other pets of course, but that we generally, the humans outlive them. Except of course, if you have a giant tortoise, because a giant tortoise can be anything up to 150 years old. Well, or maybe even older. But that's not really fair on the tortoise, because then the tortoise has to deal with grief. I'm sure animals also grieve. There's a lot of evidence for that. So what about love between humans? One thing I notice, I work a lot with couples, I notice that it's sometimes very difficult for people to express their love for each other. If I ask a couple who are sitting to turn towards each other, to gaze in each other's eyes and hold that gaze for a little while, people become very uncomfortable and it feels really unnatural to them. Of course, I'm sitting there, so it is a slightly unnatural situation, but that's not really what's going on. We often get very shy if we really feel that somebody else is really focusing all their attention on us, and it's very difficult to receive that attention. So what I find that happens is that people tend to talk through whatever is going on. It's something, they look at the other person for a moment and then they start talking about it, or talk about the dinner or whatever. But it's very hard to hold that gaze. And I think that has to do with the fact that when we so-called fall in love, when we really open our hearts to another human being, we do it in the knowledge somewhere in our minds that we are going to lose them, because our life on earth is not infinite. They could die, we could die, the relationship could break up. So when entering fully into a relationship, we do it in the knowledge that there will be loss involved, there will be grief involved. And if you want to close yourself off for that, then you cannot be open to being truly loved and also to truly loving. It's like what parents say with, when they have their first baby, and it's this overwhelming feeling of needing to protect this new little being, and the tremendous vulnerability it involves, and the feeling of being overwhelmed by this feeling of love. So yeah, if you try to close yourself off for instance, the worry that comes also with being a parent, and the fear of anything happening to your child, it's just the same with adults. We get so concerned about something going wrong, or the other person doesn't love us as much as we love them, so we can't really open ourselves up. And that is what makes people sometimes really shy. But it can be so powerful to just gaze in each other's eyes and hold that gaze and just notice what comes up. Don't necessarily talk about it, just keep breathing and hold that for a while. Of course, a lot of people have done these kind of exercises in groups or whatever, but I'd like to invite you to, with somebody you know that you love, to sit with them and look in each other's eyes for a while. And perhaps tell them that you love them, because you never know when things are going to end. So that's my tip for today. And remember, I'm a believer in what Lord Tennyson said: better to have loved and to have lost than never to have loved at all. Thank Thank you for watching.